Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner, my hard mode playthrough. Episode 3 in Kola Peninsula. At the end of the last episode I ran the Lodestar Scout out of fuel. So it's completely dry. I did it knowing about halfway into my scouting trip that I was going to run out of fuel. And I carried on anyway because I know that I've got to bring fuel to this side of the map. And I just wanted to get that task done. I had said I was going to bring the cat out, but I don't think I will. What I was thinking instead is I am going to deploy the crocodile. So I'll pay the 3,500 to deploy the crocodile and quickly go in and customize it. Just have a double check through. So I've got the biggest engine in it. Oh, it doesn't need it really. I've got the other engines, and for what I use it for, it doesn't really need a lot of power. But yeah, I guess it's currently B+ for fuel consumption. It would become A- if I put in the lowest of the engines. It loses a bit of power, yeah. Okay, I'll leave it as it is. Offroad gearbox, we've got the race suspension on it already, and we've never used this. Have we used this with snow tires? I don't think so. I wouldn't have sold them. So I'm going to put the 42-inch all chains on it at a cost of 6,400. And it's already got an advanced medium. Probably again doesn't really need that, but yeah, leave the rest of it as is. And the reason for that is this van body add-on, which I'm leaving on it, but it is currently empty, although it doesn't say that there. Pretty sure. I'll leave the garage in this truck. Let's see what it's fuel. So it's fuel status 121 litres, and it has only 18 litres in its roof rack plus 60 litres in. So it carries 120 extra litres basically, plus the 150 in the tank, but it's not full. And then repair points is the main thing. The van body add-on has no repair points. So although the vehicle doesn't require repair points, I need to restock that van body add-on. And because the resupply zone is over here, and I've more or less got to go in that direction to get the Lodestar, I figured that this would be a handy truck to take to that resupply zone. Crack the lights on. Coming into dark, unfortunately. So I'm going to basically grab the Scout fuel trailer that's got to be delivered to that side of the map anyway, stick it on a tow rope, and drive down the road to use the trailer to refuel the Scout, and at the same time put this vehicle at the resupply zone as a repair truck for that side of the map. I'm sure it'll come in handy. And then I'll leave the cat at the garage for now, and because as I bring other trucks out of deployment, they may not be full of fuel, so I'd rather leave it there and fill them up as I go. Right, so that's the correct tow rope. Pull that in, and we are going to drive out around this main road, get to here, come in down onto this bit of snowy ground and in to resupply the Lodestar. And then we've got an upgrade to go and get, which I'll probably do with, well, yeah, I'll probably do that this episode, but I want to push on and finish scouting and get to the resupply zone and finish the south side of the map from a scouting perspective. And I don't think I've driven this truck with these tyres, so we'll see how it copes with chains on. I generally like the double rear tyre combo. You get chains on the outer tyre. They perform fairly well. They're not mud tyres, so it depends on the terrain, but I quite like this configuration of tyres normally. I'll just see how they do on this truck. Hopefully this is a fairly trivial little drive, and I'll time-lapse this bit. I'm loving this map so far. Partly it just feels good to be back in some snow. Partly it feels good to be back in the game after taking a few days off for having completed the base game. I gave myself a week off, so it feels good to be back in the game and doing stuff. Trailer's upside down again. It's back on its wheels. Trailer's going all over the place. Let's just see if I can get on a tighter rope. Tell you what, I don't know that I'm on the correct rope. Let me just disconnect that and I think yeah, okay. Maybe I was. It seemed to be flicking all over the place. Still doing it, so whatever. Trailers don't take damage, which is a bit strange, but providing the trailer doesn't cause problems to the truck. It's just making some funny noises because I'm dragging it along on its roof, but back on your wheels, mate. There we go. Back on its wheels for now. See how long that lasts. And then this trail, yeah. Oh, I do enjoy this little step. Crocodile. It's a DLC truck, so obviously you got to pay real dollars for it, but it's a good truck. Haven't encountered any other fuel trailers so far on this map, so it's looking pretty bleak from a fuel perspective. I think there's more trailers that will end up belonging to me in Imandra, but I don't know whether they're full or partial. So on a piece of terrain like this, the mud tyres that were on it when it was in the garage would be better, because mud tyres do better in snow. But for any true icy surface or rocky surface, these chains should be better. So I just got to learn the balance of the map as to which tyres will be most useful, I think. It's not too bad though, it's making decent progress. Back it back into also. Now I just want to see where I am in relation to that upgrade. Yeah, so I'm not far from the upgrade. Maybe I'll drop this trailer here and just go and grab that upgrade while I'm driving past it. More efficient than going forward and then coming back for it. And then I won't have to worry about it with a load star. Not that I'm low on fuel, but the completeness, the fuel carrier, fill myself up. Got to get that down to 90 before I actually hand it in, but I'm not in a rush to do that. So let's just dash down and grab that upgrade. There we go. Easy peasy. And you know, what is it? Race suspension for the Ford F750, which is a truck I really want to get. It's a bit unique in that it's a Scout that can take normal trailers. So yeah, definitely a truck I want to get my grubby mitts on. Let's go back, get the fuel carrier, go and meet the Lodestar, and then continue scouting. I think in general, chains probably are more versatile in that it may be slower than mud tyres for deep banks of snow, but you can generally make progress. Whereas if you've got mud tyres on, there will be certain bits of ice-based terrain that you just won't be able to pass. And I don't know whether that's the case on this map or Imandra, but certainly I've seen some gameplay of other snow regions where like the Tatterin just can't go up certain hills because it's designed to only work for snow tires. So I think from a general purpose perspective, I tried to attach it then. No, it's a rope job, isn't it? Forgot what I was in then for a minute. Yeah, I think the general purpose chains are probably more versatile, less likely to be out away from base and unable to proceed. Right, so is this... So it's daylight. Something broke up when I was here the other day, and I think it's probably that bit in the middle there is probably the bit that breaks. So let's just see if I can miss that by going over this side. Oh, there you go. So that breaks. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've got to put this in a hole, haven't I? And the trailer's slightly in my way. I don't think I can go forward. And I know there's no winch points for going... And I'm just digging myself deeper, basically. Ah, okay. There we go. Lesson 1. Don't just drive into something. So I came across this in the Scout. And it didn't break any ice. So it's probably that darker stuff is solid, maybe. So maybe I should have driven around that perimeter. I thought maybe this bit was narrow enough that I could go across. But probably this slightly greyish green bit that looks broken up is probably the danger sign, right? It was dark when I came across here before. And I didn't break the ice because I was in a Scout. But I've now put this in and got it stuck. Oh, great. Engine off. What am I going to do? There is absolutely nowhere to winch anywhere near this. So much for that plan. What do I do? Not that far either, but you might as well be a million miles because the fuel is here and the truck that could have maybe helped pull me out is there with no fuel. So back into the garage. Another truck, another vehicle. What am I going to bring? I'm not bringing a cat. The cat is a rescue vehicle, effectively. But I don't want to take the fuel that's in this cat anywhere else just yet. So I think I'm going to break out the Tatterin. So that's another 3,500 deployment. It's also going to be a repair because it's a bit tatty. So that's 5,000 including repair to get the Tatterin on the map. I can't remember what fuel is in it. Let's have a quick look. So it's almost full on the main tanks and it's got 120 in the roof rack. So I'm now going to drive back exactly the same way but try and avoid going through the breakable ice to this croc. I'd like to come and get this. No, I'm not going to. Let's not get sidetracked. Let's rescue myself before I rescue anybody else. But yeah, lesson there. In terms of detecting breakable ice, I failed to detect it that time. Hopefully I'll learn the lesson. I do know what this quest is, don't I? Self-contained antique. Have I picked that one up? No, I haven't. So I've come out of this garage now 3 times and not noticed that there's a task right there for me. Engine off. What is it? Self-contained antique. Accept. A friend who works at the power plant spotted an old Tuz nearby. That guy knows history well, so he says they used it to drive an officer during the war. What would you say if we towed that Tuz right to his workshop? I would say that sounds like a fun idea. Let's do it. Quick look on the map to see where it is. So it's over near the railway station, and the drop-off point is pretty much where I am with the Lodestar. Fine. Okay, so let's just get on with it. Let's try not to do the same thing in the Tatterin. Because the Tatterin won't wade, but I don't believe the water's that deep. So I don't know whether the Tatterin would have just like surfed across the top of that with its flat belly, almost like a boat, or whether the Tatterin would have bellied out and been just as stuck. The only reason I'm not scouting in this anyway is that it can't take the recon trailer as an attachment. Right, I think the way to do this is just I'll pull them both back. So get the trailer back. That'll do. Let's get the croc back out of that water, attach the trailer and take the croc forward around the edge probably. Just slipping on that ice there, it's quite cool. Engine off. Refuel. So let's fill the Tatterin up completely, which it is. And then we'll leave it here and we'll get back on track. I'm not taking the Tatterin any further because I do want to go back and get that other little rescue job done. So let's do what we should have done in the first place, which is avoid going across what looks breakable ice. I'm assuming all of that would be breakable. I'm not going to try it out, but let's just go around the edge of on what looks like thick sheet black ice that probably will be okay. Cheers, Tatterin. See you later, mate. Back on track. It's a cool mechanic. I guess it makes sense that once they'd created the mechanic of breakable ice that they didn't go back and retrofit that into like Alaska for the base game, because they're going to redo a map that other people have already completed. So it kind of makes sense that they did it that way, but I still personally would have quite enjoyed if they had done. And you know, if they had decided to do that. Change into the Lodestar. But I get why they didn't do it, but yeah. It's a cool mechanic, that breakable ice. Because when you watch Ice Road Truckers, it's when the ice starts cracking underneath the truck as they're driving across the lake that it starts getting exciting as a viewer. So refuel. Carrier into the Lodestar. Into the into my chassis, my add-on, and then into the exploration unit. And then based on where I am, and that, so that's the scout fuel carrier almost done, to be fair. I need to get it down to 90, so there's only another 47 litres to come out of it, which might be the crocodile. So we'll leave the crocodile in the trailer there, because that's not what we're focused on. What we're going to do is, we got that upgrade, we're going to move over in the direction of the factory. So we'll start tracking that one, and then we'll scan, because that's the resupply zone, I believe. So I just want to get there and then use the scanning trailer to open up that corner of the map, because we've done all of the watchtowers that there are. So everything else you see that's fog of war, we need to expose with our little trailer. Right, back in business. Except I've got waypoints in the wrong place. I might get to the railway station and run the scanner just to show me the road into that resupply zone. Although the scan uses 20 litres of fuel each time you scan, so it's not like you want to go mad with it and do it like 50 times on a map. That's a bit of suspension wrecking concrete slab. Probably should have gone, yeah, okay. Definitely should have gone through the railway station for this bit. I'm pretty confident that it's going to be this road straight on. Yeah, okay. So slight warning signs for this Lodestar for me, especially towing this trailer, as to whether or not it's got the fuel range and efficiency combination to be a viable scout on this map. But pulling a trailer adds to its fuel consumption, so I may be being a bit unfair, because that trailer is just like a land anchor. Right, so this is the factory, but while I'm south, I think this is a good point of the map to scan. Activate the radar. Abandoned convoy and forest unclear. So a couple more tasks. Oh, and an upgrade. Right, I think I know what that upgrade is. There's a whole logging station here. Okay. So there's 2 tasks to pick up in the logging station, plus stuff to do in the warehouse. But I think this is an important upgrade because I think it's for the Action. So what I am going to do is unhook the trailer and go back and get that while I'm in the area. Because that is a pretty important upgrade. I want to get the Action soon. I don't know when exactly. I doubt if it'll be this episode because I won't be in the right part of the map. But yeah, I do want to get it fairly soon. I was a bit slack with upgrades in the Drowned Lands. I scouted the Drowned Lands and then I moved on to the other places and I didn't collect everything. And I think I probably collected everything that's important that I cared about. But even so, my scouting phase should include collecting all of the upgrades and vehicles that I can get my hands on, just because it gives me better options. So raise suspension, and yes, it is for the TUS-16 Action, which is a highly desirable vehicle for me. And now I've got raised suspension for it, so when I do get it, straight away I'll be able to whack raised on it and put whatever the biggest tyres are. Let me turn around, come on. Stop playing silly buggers. Get back out, get the trailer on, go in, check the sawmill out, check out the factory. Getting some progress done. Right, let's divert in to the sawmill and check out the tasks that we saw. Ooh, that's nasty. What's that looking like then? So that's a rubbish bit of road. And yeah, so that scan that I did take me almost to the very corner. Pretty sure there's nothing hiding in there or this little triangle. So I'm going to leave the road here and go across. Now, is this breakable ice? Let's not repeat our mistake. Although we're in a lightweight scout, so maybe it would be alright. Carefully. Is that going to break? Yes, it is. Back up. Back her up before you get too nose deep. Let's see if I can creep my way around the edge safely. Yeah, so even in a lightweight scout, that was dangerous. So that's an interesting, nasty bit of slab work on the road to stop you trying to drive the road, and then a nice big trap in the ice. Right, so what's this task? Abandoned convoy. A friend was exploring empty houses in the north. He saw a truck, not a usual one. It looks like an army trailer train. An army trailer train that has been there forever. If you could get me the barrels from it, you can keep the rest. Right. So that is 1 oil barrel collected from here and delivered all the way back down south. Fine. 1 oil barrel. And keep the rest. Interesting. But again, it's another single cargo delivery. So right up the Acteon Street once I get it. I think. This can load wooden planks. Useful to know. This will be some form of logs. So what do we get from these? Long logs and medium logs, and neither of them talked about limited supply, so if I want logs, this is where I could get them from. And then I've got to get back to here for the forecast unclear. Did I say forest unclear earlier on? That must be my eyesight playing up. And traders there, I don't think any of them are usable for me. Haven't found any traders yet that I can use. Can I get around the back of this shed? Nah, those fuel tanks are in the way by the look of it. I'll try and turn around. Leave a trader there. Let's dive in, so I'm going to turn it around again. Engine. Forecast unclear, not forest unclear. Forecast unclear. We were revising our stock and found some boards, probably intended for the old meteor station up in the mountains, but the driver lost contact with us, so we forgot about it. Can you help? Yes, I can. And that is 1 lot of planks from here up. Similar area to where the oil was collected just now, so it's probably a case of you can do that, you know, go one way with one cargo, come back the other with the other one. Fine. Back her up, get my trailer, and go into the factory resupply zone area. Gotta say, I'm enjoying it so far. Right, so what have we got in here? Oh. Ah. So let's drop this trailer off. That's the resupply zone. But let's see how we get around. Some of these POIs. Can we get through there? Nope. No. Would help if it wasn't dark for doing this, I suppose. Oh no, I thought I could get through there. Interesting. Probably could get through there, but can I get over this? Maybe should have repaired before I came in here. I'm bashing my engine to bits, aren't I? Not in too much danger at the moment. Can I go over this? No winch points. I don't want to go diagonally over it, really. There we go. Bit of brute strength and ignorance. Can I get around this side now to get to the other one? Don't know about that one back in that corner though. Interesting little different type of challenge. Am I going to get myself stuck to the point that I cannot get out if I do what I think I'm about to do? No winch points. Or can I get in? Because it's cut that concrete wall all the way around again, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure what I think I'm doing. I thought I was going to drive up over the top of that. But I think I might have got myself stuck. Why did I think this was a good idea? To do this in the dark? I thought I was one of those kiddies on a stunt motorcycle that could just go over anything. Parkour, baby. I am quite stuck. But mostly, I just can't see. Maybe there, isn't it? Something through there. There's got to be a way to clear this factory, isn't there? To make it more usable. Nope, I'm not going anywhere. So, that is why we brought another vehicle. And the crocodile can come in with the fuel trailer. Refuel. Down to 104. I could take another 14 out of it if I choose to. The crocodile can come and help the Lodestar. Lights on. I couldn't work out why that factory task just had 4 points of interest all in one little factory. Now I know. So this trailer, while I think about it, is... where is it? Which one? Pit stop. So I'm pretty close to where that's got to be delivered. I think I might as well, because it's kind of in the direction of getting back to that factory. I might as well do this delivery as I go past. That'll do, 91 litres. That's good enough for me. I'm not greedy. Down here, I think I went through this route before, and I don't think it's a very pretty route, but... yeah, so I don't think it's a very pretty route through these rocks. I did this in the Lodestar on my initial scout down to this side when I was coming home with the trailer, but see how the croc does getting over it. Oh, what am I like? What am I doing here today? Rescue the rescue. What am I playing at? No messing around. Oh, look. That looks like it's just water. I've just switched to that vehicle. And to me, maybe it's just the lighting, but you can kind of see the bit that will break in this lighting. Right, this episode has not gone to plan. To the point I'm so flustered I forgot to put my lights on. Sorry about that. Certainly making all the vehicles work for their money. So this is the test I was talking about earlier. Will a Tatterin get up this rock, or is it just ice? So it's not comfortable. It's not just flying up it like the other vehicles did, but there is a winch point, so that helps. Don't get the Tatterin stuck as well, you bloody idiot. At least the Tatterin has got an autonomous winch though, just in case. And I think that's one of the advantages to the Action, is that the Action has a medium autonomous winch. I think it might be the only truck that can take the only non-scout that can have an autonomous winch. Right, you, get back on your wheels and stop playing silly buggers. Aha. See if I can get the step forward without doing the same thing again. And put its lights back on. And then get the fuel trailer. Thanks again, Tatterin. Hopefully, won't need you again this episode. Yeah, challenging terrain. I was warned. I cannot claim not to have been warned. Still, good news, it's nearly daylight. So that is meant to be a trail, but I do not like the look of the ice that's directly in front of me. Really? This is road? I am actually on the trail. That's the funny thing. Wow, I haven't made this one easy, have I? I've nicked 90% of your fuel, and I've rolled this fuel tanker around like nobody's business. But they'll still be grateful for the delivery. I'll see what that is in a minute. Let's just get the delivery done. And I've just driven over their picnic table. Right, that's that done. They've paid me $4.5 grand to deliver a broken, empty trailer. Right, so let's just flag all of these. So this is... People may say what they want, but it is so much easier working here in winter. You do not drown in the mud. I agree with that. And you can cross the river just about anywhere. By the way, would you like to check our route to the North Camp? So that's going to be a scouting activity. Let's have a look at what it is. So that's a Mark 1. So this is them telling me of a useful route. That's handy. Happy with that. Now let's go and see what that other task is. Great timing. We need to transfer supplies to the other two camps, and we were at a loss. It's not much. A couple of crates full of stuff, instruments, spare parts, a little bit of this and that. Will I do it? For $8,350, mate, I will do it. So North Camp and East Camp, 2 different deliveries of 1 slot each. Picked up from the railway station by the look of it, both of them. Oh no, that's the service spare parts. Okay, so it's the same item. So yeah, 2 lots of delivery. And then there's one more task around the corner here, and then we'll go and try and get the Lodestar out of this predicament in the factory, where some idiot thought he was doing parkour in a truck. Frozen in time. I think you can help. It's been 50 years or so since I left the area. There was a village. I know it's empty, but I would like to know whether any of the houses are still standing, or did we leave no trace? No trace of what? That sounds a bit sus to me. And that is scouting again, a little bit further north. Handy stuff. Right. And I'm now going to try and work my way around the lake, avoiding any broken, breakable ice, and get in here and get this Lodestar back on its wheels. And for that, I may as well activate this factory task again. And I don't necessarily mean to follow the trail. I might leave that trail alone and just come around the side of the lake and see how I do with all of these broken rocks. I'll learn the terrain a little bit. So I don't know whether this type of ice can break. So I think this is the solid stuff, is it? I think this is the solid stuff. But at some point in there, I'm sure that would break. But we're in the clear now. And it's daylight, so I might even be able to see a more sensible way of doing these locations. So I'm not going. I want those crates will break, so that might be a way in. Not sure. That's my resupply zone. That's handy. Let's just do that while I'm here. Yep. Let's get the Lodestar back on its wheels and try and finish this task real quick. Can I get through that gap? What's the betting I'll need the Tatterin to come and get me again, because I'll get something else stuck. Right. Engine on. Well, actually, no, let's just winch it. No, before I winch it out, I want to jump back in the cab of the Lodestar in the daylight and see if I can see what exactly the route in might be. But I can't see another route. No, pull it from the other side. Lodestar's almost out of fuel. Just drag you out, mate. I'll try anyway. Lodestar's looking a bit beaten up there, isn't it? Lodestar is almost out of fuel. So I'm going to take fuel out of its pickup. But yeah, I definitely need fuel on this side of the map. I think next episode I will be bringing the cat fuel bunker over, because I'm not doing great on fuel at the minute. So I thought that slope meant I could drive up that slope and go diagonally across those pipes. And maybe that is still the thing to do, and I just didn't execute the plan very well. But I'm just going to have a quick look while it's light around this side and see if there's another way through that I can see. Like, is there a route through there? Is there a way through this side? No, that doesn't look like there's a way through. You guys have all done this and you're all shouting at the screen saying, go that way. No, that's not a way through. I think I might have been on the right track. I just executed it badly. So either that or bring a crane vehicle here and just lift yourself into them. That seems a bit lame though. There's definitely nothing there. I'm wondering if there's something to do with these breakable crates. These are breakable crates, aren't they? So they'll probably despawn if I leave the area. This doesn't look right, does it? Let's just... another blast of the horn, then I'll go and have a look at the other one and see if they despawn. I think they will. Still doesn't look right. And then there's another one over this side that I haven't worked out how to get to either. Can't get over those, can I? Not in this truck, anyway. I'm going to have a little look outside. Oh, I'm bashing my engine. I'll tell you what, I'm going to mend up real quick. Because my engine's taking a bit too much damage now. I'm not happy with it. Engine off. So, usual price. That's it. Okay. And then repair all. And then resupply again. Now I'm fully fixed and fully resupplied. I'm just going to see if there's a way into that one from the outside, because it just seems weird that they're all internal parkour. Is there anything around this side? Or is it concrete wall all the way around? None of these trees are big enough to actually pull myself on. I'm just on a snowdrift with no traction. A little bit of movement. I can see me coming in here with a big crane. Can I go down over this? Am I going to tip over? That's that one done. Bloody hell. What are they trying to do to me? I bet that was just a route I could have driven. So 1 to go. And I really, yeah, I think I need to at least try where I knocked down the crates. Whichever dev designed this, hats off to you, mate. This is a challenge and fun. It's good. I like it. It's very different, you know. It's like I've said before. So those crates, because I blasted them with a horn, that moves them, and then they've removed. I think I'm supposed to drive over the top of this broken down chassis to get into that one. Ah, sod knows how the hell you get out, but I think maybe I'm supposed to drive over this to get in. Maybe I'm supposed to drive over the same way to get out. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just going to get stuck. Doesn't help that so I like the challenge. I don't like the camera jankiness by whichever dev does cameras. So that's another, look at that. Oh, that's the route, is it? Right, can I get over this mess? Maybe over the top of that building? Does any of this not move? There's nothing to winch to anywhere near it.
1 eternity later.
What next? I'm almost there, look. Is a croc going to be able to get anywhere near me to pull me loose? This is making my recording longer, but I'm too stubborn for my own good. Pretty sure I can't just bash through these walls. I'm pretty sure these walls... That would be funny, wouldn't it? If I've just completely missed the fact that these walls will knock down. But they seem pretty solid. But the reason I just put that there is whether or not that's close enough for the Lodestar to winch to me. Yes, it is. So this looks like this has been put in as a route, but I cannot get this truck to get two wheels up because it's too wide. Is that the mistake I'm doing here? Is I'm trying to come in here with the wrong truck? This feels like it should be a motorbike. Like I say, one of those little scrambler bikes. Almost. Well, I had it then. I'm definitely in the wrong area, aren't I? There's no way you're meant to do it this way. No way. I can see me needing to bring a crane in just to get the Lodestar back out again. That was a big chunk of damage. I think I might have just destroyed my suspension there. And a wheel. I'm kind of stuck, guys. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. I can see what I just did there as a way out, but it is not the right way in, I'm convinced. Or at least if it is, I'm in totally the wrong truck. And funnily enough, the right vehicle with a crane on it. I've even got it stuck here now. All of this stuff, and there's nothing that's marked as a winch point. It's just artificial that there's nothing to winch to in a place with this many bits of metal. Like that metal railing there, there's no reason you can winch to it. But whichever way you look, they've marked everything as no winch points. Okay, I was going to give it a go, but I'm not. That's me done. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying watching me struggle. Hope it's entertaining for you. I'm enjoying it. It's just, I got to work out how to do it. It's new challenges, which I love about this game. As each region seems to introduce new sets of challenges, so they've done good with that. Hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. In the meantime, thank you and goodbye.